Oh, I don't have my monitor where I can see comments. Am I live?
You're live.
Oh,
The monitor.
am I not live? Am I live? Hi. I don't know. We're rushing. We just got back from Sam's Club not that long ago.
You see
So-
that? You're still going to be looking down, but
I can see it, but it's not plugged. I mean, there's nothing on it. Okay. So, anyway, so I can't say hi to anybody yet because I don't have the monitor set up. Anyway, we're going to do something new today for Tasty Tuesday. Well, I guess, I don't know. Maybe I've done this before, but I decided I want to let you guys decide what I cook with tonight. You have two choices. I can cook with the Ninja Foodie like I normally do, or I can cook with the Ninja, which is right back there in that corner. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but which I will bring up here since we have a nice empty space. So leave in the comments which one you want to see me cook with, the Foodie that I always use or the Ninja Combi. Either one's fine with me. We don't know the ingredients, so we have no idea like if one would be better than the other, and that's kind of fun. So let's get to it. So drop a comment and we will start to tally those up when we get to about 10. Is John coming on? Cool. Okay, cool. Was that a surprise?
it was going to be. Yeah.
Oh, I can see him.
I know.
Okay, I can see John. He's backstage. So that's so cool. I love technology. Anyway, all right, Tasty Tuesday. Hi, Larry. Hi, Melba. How are you? Hi, Wendy. Hi, Craig. Hi, Kathy. Let's keep going here. Yep. Hi, Kat. How are you? Hey, Robin. Got a good conversation going on. Good morning, John.
We'll see him in a minute.
Yeah, we'll see him in a minute. Okay. Good conversations. Hey, Tikio. I'm not sure how to say that. You'll have to tell me. All right. Hey, Michael. How are you? Hey, Jane. Oh, I got to go back and read this conversation. It sounds like such a fun one. Hey, George, I almost missed you. Hey, Leanne. Hey, D. And Robin. Did I say? Oh, Robin Watchman. Yeah. Hey, Joni. Hey, Mary. Gosh, there's so many people here. It's awesome. What a good conversation. I should show up a little late next time. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Raven. Hey, David. Okay, so now we've got the thing. Hey, Nora. Hey, what is that? Amaya, Cora? Somebody, can you go back up? Corazon? Amada? Okay, and Nora. All right, and then Robin. Okay, so now we got to do a little tally.
Okay, so the first one to get 10, right?
Yeah, let's just do it that way.
So
That's fine.
Start here.
Foodie.
Here.
I'll do Combi.
Okay. Foodie. And Foodie. I got 10.
Nope, I got 6. Okay, all right. So the Foodie it is, which is fine.
It is. I'll go ahead and pull that over.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. I think I've got the clean pot right here.
I'm gonna bring John on. You ready, John?
All right, yeah.
Morning, guys.
Good morning, John. Say hi to John, our friend from Australia. Hi, C. I didn't say hi to you. And real quick, just for those of you who have not attended a Tasty Tuesday before, let me just explain what happens. Jeff goes to the grocery store. He goes shopping. I don't know what the ingredients are. He brings them home. He presents them live to me on Tasty Tuesday, and then I cook them up, usually in the Ninja Foodie, and today it's going to be the Ninja Foodie again. So cool, and that's how it goes, and it's kind of fun. Sometimes I mess up. A lot of times, though, the recipes end up on the website because they're that good. So, I didn't clean it after I did I just filmed look, we're gonna have to wipe that down. I just filmed yesterday, what was it? What are they called? Pretzel buns. I just filmed pretzel buns.
Yesterday was peanut butter cookies.
Oh, yesterday was peanut butter cookies, but I didn't use this. So the day before I filmed pretzel buns, and I did a baking soda bath, and it gets everywhere, really. So I can see all the baking soda. Also, and in fact, I probably won't even worry about cleaning that up. It's just baking soda. But I do want to tell you guys before people start freaking out, like my hands are dirty or something. They are not. We went to Sam's today. I got a big bag of blueberries. We're an hour and 20 minutes from Sam's. And during that time, they thawed. So I had to put them on sheet pans. And the blueberry juice has stained. Did you cancel me?
No, I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. And my hands are stained purple here. Okay, so they're not dirty. They're
Hold on, I don't even know if I'm looking at this. This is stupid.
what are you trying to do? I don't understand.
I don't either. I'm trying.
Why are you getting what?
I don't know because I can't look
Okay,
at this.
relax.
I can unplug
We're
this.
live. He's having a meltdown. Technology melts him down.
Chill.
Yeah, chill. John, you can tell him chill.
Oops. Still don't know how to change the.
You're gonna see my husband get a little off balanced.
You're gonna have.
Breathe.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't know what you're trying to do because you're not communicating well. What are we trying to do?
I'm trying to set this up. It can't look like that.
How does it look to people?
I don't know.
Okay. Hey, John,
Yep.
I'm gonna kick you out for a second. Just stay where you are, though. How do you want it to look? You want me to be
I want
full,
you to
right?
be full and then him to be down in the corner.
How do you want it to look? Hang tight. This is
It never looked like that before.
It's some new thing they've got. I say I love technology. Actually, technology stinks, because they add things, change things. I got to figure out how to go back. Exit full screen. Okay. There should be ways.
Well, it used to be really simple.
Okay. Let's just trash that. Okay. Am I even... Add to stage. I don't know what you did here. I don't know what this... There we go. Okie dokie.
There we go.
I'm
Now
fixing
it's
it.
doing it the way it's supposed to.
Okay, so now, John, we're going to add you back, and then we're going to figure out how to get this.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep, that's good.
Is that good? Okay.
Yep.
There's another way to
What's
do
that?
it.
It doesn't like that one.
That's good, or that's, oh, not that one.
No,
That
you
one,
need to be bigger screen.
that one.
Those are exactly the same.
Okay, we're good. Unless if somebody else comes on, I think you have to do that one. Okay, we're good to go. All right, so Ninja Foodie, it's not dirty. It is just baking soda-y. Okay, so Jeff, I don't have any access to read the comments, so you're gonna have to do that.
I just have to plug you back in.
Oh, he's gonna plug me back in now. And then let's get to it. We've already wasted a little bit of time. Not too bad though, 10 minutes on technology.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Hi, Ghost Rider, how are you? John, Kat wants to hear your accent.
G'day from Aussie.
Isn't it awesome? I could listen to the Australian accent for hours. Well, I did last night, right? I listened to it for hours. Well, I think you listened to me more than I listened to you. Okay, are we ready? All right, so I am going to close my eyes because I try to do this blindfolded and guess the ingredients, add a little bit more fun to it. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't.
Which one?
Okay, so that is an onion. And I'm gonna say it's a sweet onion. Okay, it's a sweet onion. Oh, that's a can. I'm gonna say fire roasted tomatoes. Well, close. I don't know why I said that. Pediced. I just made up a word. Pediced. Petite diced tomatoes. Okay. I usually use fire roasted, but diced, they're the same kind of thing. Except those are smaller dice. Okay, this is a bottle and it's cold. Does that mean it was refrigerated? Ooh. Is that
John's laughing at you.
is that W sauce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Chicken stock or beef stock. I have no way of knowing which one. Okay, beef. I guess I had a 50-50 chance, right? 50-50, yes.
I will just give you this one. It's another can of those tomatoes.
Okay.
And then that.
Oh, that's squishy. Breakfast sausage. Oh. Where'd you get this from?
Walmart.
Oh. I bought a big thing of this one time. It was rotten. Hopefully that one's not. Okay. Like so rotten. It's terrible. All right. Spaghetti sauce. Oh, I like Rayo's. Okay. Well, am I making spaghetti tonight? Okay, this is a pasta shape. I don't really know what kind it is, though. But it feels small. It's small. Elbow macaroni, I'll guess. Oh, I was right. I know this jar. It is tomato paste because it is small.
You'll never guess this one.
Oh, I already saw it. Yeah, I already saw it.
like
Okay,
you
garlic.
Guess garlic.
Okay.
All right, and then I've got some spices which are specific to the recipe I was given. So you've got
We're making goulash.
crushed red pepper,
Okay.
or chili powder. I gave
Oh.
you dark, but it's not. It's supposed to be regular chili powder
Okay.
and Italian seasoning, which is
Oh.
a very interesting combination.
Yeah, this is
So-
cool. These are the ingredients for goulash.
And an optional topping of
Okay.
mozzarella. And salt and pepper.
But I need, do we have green pepper? We don't have green pepper.
There's no green pepper in this particular.
There's green pepper in my goulash, but that's okay. All right. Oh, this is going to be a fun
Do
one.
you want some of those little colorful peppers, like the yellow ones?
No, because you use green in mine. Oh, meatballs, George. Oh, but how would that be with the elbow macaroni? I think it needs to be ground. So, John, are you like the sous chef?
I don't know.
Yes. Yes, he is.
You are
I'm in trouble.
the virtual sous chef. So, are these ingredients yours? They're very American, my dear. So, what was
Interesting.
your idea behind it?
John, she's asking you what was your idea behind the ingredients?
Well, it's something that we eat fairly regularly down here for a very quick, nutritious meal. You know,
Okay.
Because when we're on the fly, it's easy.
What do you call it?
Yeah. What do we
What do
call it?
Yeah, what do you call it?
Macaroni beef.
Macaroni beef. Okay, so C. Blaney wants to know who the guy is in the smaller screen. That is John, and he is a friend, and he is a moderator that he helps especially when I'm doing my Q&As. And we met through like the Ninja Foodie. I don't even remember. It's been, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I think he sent an email and we just hit it off and we've become good friends. And so he's joining me. So he picked the ingredients tonight, which I find them to be so American. I would have expected something different. All right. So we're going to make what I call goulash, what John calls chili mac and beef.
Or beef macaroni.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Fairly simple.
You would have gotten Vegemite if I could have found it.
Oh, I think John's gonna send some.
It'll be on its way.
Yeah, I'm gonna order some stuff for you, so it's gonna be a little while. I have to order it, get it shipped here, and then ship it off. I wanted to send him some salt, so I went on the Australia Amazon. What did they want? $34 for a box of salt? 28, something like that. It was outrageous. I'm like, John, I'll have it shipped to me at $6, and then I'll send it.
I gotta hook this camera up.
All right. This looks good, smells good, so we're in good shape. Oops. And I'm just going to get that on to saute. Look, I like that. I didn't even have to get anything dirty. Look, this is a nice meal. That was a pound. Yeah, right? When you don't have to get anything dirty. I'm just going to have to open up some cans. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about garlic. Let's talk about the preparation of garlic and how you put it into your food based on how garlicky you want it to be. So if you use whole cloves, you will have a nice subtle garlic flavor with kind of a sweetness, because as the whole cloves cook, they mellow and sweeten, just kind of like roasted garlic. They don't get the roasted flavor when you go under pressure, but they soften and they're really nice. And then if you slice it, you're exposing a little bit more surface area, so you get a little bit of a stronger garlic flavor. And the smaller the dice, all the way down to minced, gives you the strongest flavor. Now, I guess you could go take minced a step further and make it into a garlic paste. And that would even be, I guess, a little bit more garlic flavor. The thing about mincing the garlic is you're going to add it towards the very end of sauteing because it burns so easily, and burnt garlic is awful. It is terrible. It's like smelling skunk in cooking. It's awful. You never want to eat burned garlic or smell it or anything. Ugh. So a lot of times in dishes, what I like to do is do both. So I'm going to use the whole bowl because I am a garlic girl. And I'm going to mince up probably 4 of them. And then I will put in the rest of them whole. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'll start putting in actually, I won't put in the garlic whole, but I'm going to peel them right now. All right. Any questions or anything?
Yep. We got a question for John.
Okay.
John, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Ghostwriter Hobbies, Jim Zolvitis says, what does Vegemite actually include and what does it taste like?
Vegemite is made from yeast byproducts. It's a little salty on that. It's dark. It's virtually like a pasty soy sauce in a sense. So apart from using it as a spread, you can use it in your cooking for all sorts of things. So casseroles and that is a nice thing to do. We Aussies like it on a bit of toast. We like it with some avocado. But the big problem for people when they're using Vegemite and trying it for the first time is they put it on so thick that they spit it out. There was a video this morning with the guy from Virgin Airways finally on their ships that put Vegemite, so he took a bite and spat the whole thing out because he put it on too thick. Very, very, very thin. Very thin. But it's lovely. An acquired taste.
So it would be umami.
Yes.
Okay. And that's a flavor, in case you guys don't know. It's a sweet salt, so there's sweet, salt, bitter, sour, umami. Is that all of them?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to break this up a little bit because it's starting to simmer. Now, when I say, or anyone says when they're going to go under pressure to deglaze the pot to get off any brown bits, that's what you're seeing right here. These are the start of brown bits, which are just a little bit of the beef kind of sticking there to the pot, but they're full of flavor. So we get those back in when we deglaze it with the beef broth or whatever you're using. I was going to say something else about that. Now I forgot. Oh, well.
Put my fan on.
I forget easily. So I hope everybody's having a great day, a great evening. Hey, Annie. Oh, almost had a runaway. How were those chips last night, John? They looked so good.
Beautiful.
I mean, they were beautiful. Now, did you cut the potatoes yourself, or is that something you can buy done like that?
No, I only ever do my own chips.
They were gorgeous.
Yeah, I know what's in the food when I do it myself. No,
And
really
chips are actually French fries there, and they were gorgeous. They're kind of like thick. They were,
Yeah.
really, I mean, they weren't wedges like our American wedges. I wish I had a picture I could throw up. It was really,
Yeah.
it was a beautiful plate of food.
Yeah, no, well, that is what we term as chips. French fries are even smaller again. They're like a shoestring.
Oh, okay. So you do call some things French fries.
Yeah, so we have the wedges as you do, chips like that. Some of them are a little bit smaller than that. And then we have the French fries or shoestrings.
I would love to see how you cut those. It looks like it's an interesting cut. I mean, I have seen them at restaurants before, but I've never cut them like that. They almost look like they're a little curved. It's really interesting.
Yeah,
John, Pat wants to know if you're a chef.
No, I'm just a home cook. I started cooking when I was 6 years of age. My parents were both working away, and so as a 6-year-old, I'd come home from school and start to get dinner prepared. The only thing I wasn't allowed to cook was steak because that was too hot. My parents would do that, but everything else I would get prepared.
John, do you have a way of adjusting the volume on your microphone?
I'll probably bring it a little bit closer and see how that goes.
All right. I
How's
think a
that?
couple people are having a hard time hearing you.
And it's also because I'm cooking. So,
Okay.
Um, yeah, John's got some interesting cooking stories too about having was a hot dog? Was it
Yeah.
a hot dog truck? So cool.
I was 19. I opened a hot dog hamburger store. It was a trailer, as you call it in American. We call it caravan. And so that's what I'd do at night. The idea was to get 2 or 3 of those going, then sell those and buy a catering venue for weddings and things like that, which never eventuated. And but yeah, so that was great. I was the only accredited for Weight Watchers in Australia. So people would come from far and wide to just try the hamburgers. And,
That's awesome.
I started off what they call hot dogs with the lot, just like a hamburger. So yeah, so it was very popular.
And I'm going to go ahead and adjust John's microphone. Hopefully we don't get any kind of craziness.
Now, am I allowed to add some extra spices? It's interesting
You do
that
whatever you like. You make it your own, Louis.
I don't ever put chili powder in mine, but that's interesting. Okay, so just to recap what seasonings I put in already. I put in 1 teaspoon of fine grind sea salt, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, half of a teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Now I'm going to put those in. I should have done that before I maybe put the seasonings in, but it's okay. And now I'm going to mince the rest of the garlic. Jeff, will you get me some onion powder and basil? I like to add a little extra basil, and I'm going to add a little bit of onion, maybe even a little, I don't know. We'll have enough garlic, I guess. Ooh, need to be, that was a tough one.
Yeah, well, I've checked my microphone. It's all the way up, Jeff.
Okay.
I cranked it up to a high.
Okay, so now the goal with this is for me to get the right amount of liquid. So we end up with a nice, sauce at the end, but that isn't too liquidy. I'm assuming that's how I make it anyway, John.
You do it the way you like.
Oh my gosh, this is getting my workout here. That was a tough one. Usually this thing is so easy, but these are big cloves. Oh, the garlic smells so good. All right. Smells good. Now let's give this a stir here. I'm going to get those seasonings in just a minute. Let me put in about 2 cups. How much are we going to make? You want to make a whole box? I might as well just make the whole box, right?
Well, you can freeze it.
Yeah, it freezes nicely. So I'm putting about 2 cups right now to deglaze and go ahead and scrape the bottom here. And then I will put in the tomatoes and see how much more liquid I'm going to need. Usually for 8 ounces of elbows, you're probably going to need around 3 to 4 cups of thin liquid. But this will count as thin liquid, the liquid portion. The sauce is not thin liquid. So you couldn't just put in sauce and expect to go under pressure. That wouldn't work.
Now, while you're talking about pressure, there's a conversation going on about people being afraid to use pressure cookers or even have them in their house. So you want to kind of talk about how it is safe and why it's safe?
Yeah, so pressure cookers of the old days were usually stovetop, and sometimes the top exploded off, and people got really nervous about all of that, and so they bring those nerves over to the electric pressure cookers. But when I didn't put anything wet there. When you know what you're doing with pressure cooking, and you know what you're doing by reading well-tested recipes like mine, and there's others, I'm not the only one out there that does them, and you know that you need to have thin liquid when you go under pressure, because that's what boils, creates the steam, and the steam puts you under pressure. They're so safe. There's so many safety mechanisms built in that they're very safe. And like, I've been using this for how many? What did I put in there?
Over 5 years.
Yeah, over 5 years. I wasn't a huge fan of Instant Pot cooking, only because I felt like I was limited to these kind of meals, which are good, but it's not something I would make all the time. But with the foodie, you're able to do the air crisping lid, and I really like that. So I would just say, please don't be afraid of it. The only thing that's locking the lid is steam. Once you turn the foodie off or it finishes cooking, we call this a natural release, but what's actually happening is the pot's just cooling down. Then the steam is reverting back into liquid form, and that reduces the pressure in the pot. In my course, I have a course, and I go over this kind of in detail, like with some cool demonstrations of it. I think they're cool anyway, showing you how pressure cooking works. The course really walks you through. So if it's something that you're interested in, but you just don't because you're afraid, I would invest the money in the course and take it. It really is helpful. And I don't say that just because I created it. There's over 100 videos in there. Okay, I'm going to make this mild. So maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, you can always add more. You can always omit anything like that. Oh.
That's exactly what the recipe called for, is a 1/4 teaspoon too.
Oh.
It also said you could.
And about a tablespoon. This just like beefs it up some. Gives a little addition of flavor. Okay, so now we're ready. Let's get the noodles in. And then I'll make a judgment. This is going to be a full pot. A full pot.
And just on your course, Louise, I can highly recommend it because even I learned things from it.
Wonderful. Okay, stir all this around. And see how thick it is? That is way too thick. So what would happen is it might build pressure, but so quickly the pasta would absorb all that liquid and become dry pot. Dry pot doesn't steam, and then you would lose pressure. And it would burn because it's still heating from the bottom. So you would get that dreaded water notice or burn notice. So I'm going to go ahead and put in another cup. So I'm going to say we did about 3 cups of this. And to check myself, since this is actually a recipe I wanted to get on my website anyway. Oh my God. Okay, so I am like maybe 2 tablespoons off. I consider that pretty good though. About 2 tablespoons off. So since we're gonna get this on the website, let's go ahead and make a mess. 1 cup. So 3 cups total of broth is going in. All right, now this is considered a thicker ingredient, so I don't want to stir that in. I'm gonna just put it right on top, and then from here on out, we're not stirring. I think I have enough. I don't know. Yeah. Do you think I should put more in, or you think we're good?
I think you're pretty good.
Okay. I think.
Another foodie question, but Michelle's or who was it? Oh, Jim says, "Why is your foodie counting down?" It's counting
up. Actually. It's on sear saute on high still. It's counting up. Okay. All right, tomato paste. This just thickens. I'm not sure we're going to really need it. Should we just? I'll wait.
Wait until the finish.
I'll wait till the end. If I know it needs it, because I've made it before, which I have not made this before, but if I know it needs it, I just put it on top. I don't stir it in. Okay, so now elbow macaroni takes about 3 minutes to cook when it's just in water, depending on how you like it. I like mine al dente, so about 3 minutes. However, we've got a full pot of some other things. It's going to take longer to come to pressure, so I'm going to set it for 2 minutes. It's also a good idea to do a little bit of natural release when you are doing pasta and thicker, like a spaghetti type of sauce, because if you do an immediate release, you might end up having some pasta water or some of the spaghetti sauce spew out. So I will do a 2-minute pressure cook. I might even be able to get away with 1-minute pressure cook, but I'll determine that based on how long it takes to come to pressure. We did have the sear saute on the whole time, so we have been heating this, so it's not like going from cold. So that will speed the process up a little bit, but we'll see how long it takes to come to pressure, and then I can always adjust up or down. Okay, so once you set your pressure cooker, you're not locked in. You can go up and down on the times and everything. I think you can even go up and down on whether you do high pressure or low pressure. I don't usually use low pressure much unless it's something that's like really quick cooking or like oats, things like that. I think I use low pressure a lot.
I don't remember you ever using it.
Yeah, I think I've used it with just oats, things like that.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed a couple of comments there at what time it is here. And just for everybody viewing, it's now just gone midday on Wednesday here in Adelaide.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the link for the course. I'll say that.
Okay, it is, if you just type in Ninja Foodie course, it should come up on Google, yeah.
Yep.
It's worth it. And now I have a community in there, which I've kind of dropped the ball again on that. I'm trying to get in there. I do try to get in there every day. What happens is when there's not activity going on and you don't get into a habit of going in there every day, you don't go in every day. But I need to get back in there. And then we're going to be setting up some cooking challenges and just having some fun in that group. It's off of Facebook. It's associated with the course only. So only people that have the course can access it. But it works a little bit like Facebook. You've got a feed and you can post questions. There's an area in there to ask Louise, which is like when people actually start utilizing it and asking, which a couple have, but not too many. That will be my first priority to answer because I get a lot of Ask Louise. I get a lot of emails. I get a lot of messages on Facebook. And I can spend a long time, like whole day going through. I can't get to all of them, but in the course, people who bought the course have priority. So I do answer all of those. I try to answer everybody, but sometimes I can't. Okay.
So Lori was asking about the creamy, if you're going to test that out.
My friend Lauren has the creamy covered. I didn't have too much success with it. So here's the bottom line to it. Lauren's recipes are fantastic. They work. I use them. I don't use my own because my own recipes never worked in there. It's not an ice cream maker. It is, what would you call it? It's ice cream. It's a shaver. It doesn't make ice cream. So it's different. And I was finding that all my stuff was too chalky and I had to add a ton of cream or a ton of milk or a ton of this at the end. And to me, it was too labor intensive. Now, Lauren's recipes work because they use different ingredients that I don't usually cook with, because my channel and my brand is about real food for real life. So it's basic ingredients with the least amount of preservatives. And I don't use a lot of box stuff. And in order to get the creamy recipes really delicious, in my opinion, you need some of the like box puddings, or you need to put in, you can use, some use cream cheese. I wasn't good at it. That's all. That's the bottom line. I wasn't good at it. I didn't like my creations. So I know I'm not getting into it. Lauren's got it covered. She does a great job. She's got a group. I think her group has like 300,000 people in it. Like, she has a major group. She is a Ninja Creamy Queen, and she's sweet as can be. She tests her recipes. She's got cookbooks out for it. So if you have the creamy, I highly recommend that you go to thetastytravelers.com, look at her recipes, follow her recipes, and also buy her cookbook, which I think Jeff might have gone to just get. Oh, Leanne loves the creamy. A lot of people love the creamy. Okay. And I'm not saying I don't love it. I just don't love my recipes in it. So there you go. All right, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know how much time. I said I was going to pay attention, but I didn't pay attention to the time.
Taken about 5 minutes so far.
Okay. All right, we're right on course. Do you see her cookbook?
Yeah, it's right here. I'm just trying to find you a cup of water. I can't have it on your phone.
Is there one over there that above the coffee maker is where all the cups are. So anyway, so it's an actual book. And I'm so glad she did this, because she's told me how I could do one if I wanted to, which I know you guys want me to. So I'm looking into that. She got hers. So it's nice. It's nice paper. So she's got all kinds of recipes. This is the protein ones, which is the ones I like the most. I haven't tried her full fat, full flavor ones, but and also you can also write in it. That was important to me, so I wrote myself a little note saying hi there, because I wanted to see whether or not you could write on it. So if you make changes, you can write right on it. So yeah, it's really nice. So if you've got the creamy and you want some good regular or protein packed recipes, check her out, thetastytravelers.com. And her name is Lauren, and tell her I sent you.
Just bear with me. I'm just getting bread out of the machine.
Yes, Robin, I like that it's spiral bound too. That's why I don't have one on Amazon, because they are not spiral bound. And I don't like cookbooks that aren't spiral bound, because how do you cook with them? You got to lay it flat, right? So I've been looking for that. Well, see, Blaney, I can definitely teach you how to cook. No problemo. So just look on my website and look at my recipes, and you'll be good to go.
And watch,
And watch the YouTube videos. Yeah, they're step by
look
step.
at that bread. Can you see it?
Oh, nice. That is nice. How do you have us set up again? I'm small and he's small, or we're both.
You're big and he's small.
Oh, why does it doesn't show up that way on here?
I just don't have enough real estate on this.
That's all right.
Oh.
To do it without going through.
Oh.
John's getting a whole new kitchen. Oh, George wants you to start a YouTube channel, John.
No, I don't think so. I'll leave that to you, Louise.
John stays a little busy. Yes, Annie, I did hit 300,000. Thank you so much. I totally missed it. It went straight by. I didn't pay a bit of attention. I think we're at what, 330,000 now.
No, 300,000, 400.
Oh, 330. I'm jumping the gun.
300,000, 450, something like that.
Oh, that's all? Okay.
That's all.
That's a lot, though. 400 and some people in a few days. So yeah, so we did hit that. That was great. It happened, what, about 4 days ago, 5 days ago, maybe a week ago.
Yeah, we just. Like,
I totally didn't make a big
looked
deal
at
about it
we're
because I forgot.
We're like, oh, we passed it.
We slept through it. We slept through it.
Well, it happened at midnight. So
It did happen. I only found out about it because somebody congratulated me in a YouTube comment. I didn't even look because I don't go to my channel like that to look, right? So I didn't even look. But yeah, I mean, I was around the new year looking every day, but then I just stopped. All right. Well, yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. And, I was wondering, maybe you guys can answer me. I was wondering because I want to do some Combi recipes. I love the Combi. Love the Combi. I have been doing a few wood fire ninja outdoor smoking recipes, and I put them on my channel. And of course, I do traditional non-ninja recipes as well, and I want to do that. I like to cook, different ways, and because not everybody has a ninja foodie, and I understand that. But I'm wondering how you guys feel about me putting some Ninja Combi recipes on my channel. Would that, if you don't have the Ninja Combi, would that like make you stop watching? Would you just tune out?
No.
John's no.
No, I think it'd be great.
So, anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Because I thought I could start a different channel, but God, that's a pain, right? The wood fire is on sale at Costco. I almost put one in my basket. Kat, they're worth it. There is somebody else asked a question. Jeff, can you scroll up a little bit? George, 300,000 and all we got was a loaf of bread from Australia. Report card said, you can do better, laugh out loud. George, you're a riot. Okay, my Ninja Foodie friends. Do we have a problem? I don't know yet. Gus, are you going to fix the problem? Get down. So all of a sudden, a little steam is coming out. But I don't think we have a problem. You know why? No. Because our pin is starting to rise. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, guys, some have a pin and some don't now. Just, that's just Ninja keeping us on our toes. So there was something else. I think somebody else asked a question. Can you go up a little bit, Jeff, still? Let's see. Is there a fry basket for the OL 5016 6.5 quart? Yes, and it is the same one that fits the any of the other 6.5 quarts. That's what I use. So when you go on Ninja's website, you can just any of the OP 305s. I don't even know which ones they have yet anymore because they've done some shuffling. But in the accessories section, any 6.5 quart air fryer basket will fit in here. That's what I use all the time. All right. We should be going under pressure soon. So how much would you say? 10 minutes?
How long do you do your spaghetti? Maybe a little bit longer than that.
No, I mean, how long do you think it's been under pressure?
Or how long do you think it's been?
Going, yeah, preheating.
From 8 to 10.
It's been going for about 12 minutes.
Okay.
It's almost there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, it's almost there. I'm thinking about turning it down to 1 minute of pressure cook time. Yeah, John, have you made this in the pressure cooker?
Not for a long time, but yeah.
When it hits, I'm going to take it down to 1.
Yeah. You can always go on again if you need to.
Well, yeah. And the other thing too is like, I'm going to do a little bit like a 5-minute natural release on this.
Yeah.
So that's going to continue to cook. And then also if it's not cooked enough, I just put in a little liquid and put it on sear saute and finish it up. Like it's, no worries.
You'll be fine.
We'll get it.
Fine.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Kat
I feel like I'm not dressed right.
Kat says, please don't cook with the Combi because then I'll have to go out and buy one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm afraid you will. And I'll tell you the truth. When I got the Combi, I was like, nah, I'm not going to like it. And I had made up my mind right away. I wasn't going to like it at all. But I decided to do a Combi Speedy test in my group because I was debating whether or not to split the Combi group, the Speedy group into 2 groups, one for the Combi, one for the Speedy. And I was letting the group decide, right, if they wanted to see both recipes because they are interchangeable. The recipes are interchangeable. They eventually voted that they wanted the Speedy group to stay just Speedy, so that's all it is. And then I have a Combi group. I really liked it when I cooked with it. I really liked it. It's nifty. It's smaller. I wish it was a little bigger. It makes the most amazing bread. I like it better than the Foodie for a lot of things, and that's saying a lot. It doesn't pressure cook though. And honestly, if you're one or two people or you're just cooking small amounts, the Foodie does everything that the Combi does, plus it pressure cooks. So if you have one appliance, this is still better, all in one appliance. But what I find is because of the design of it and the way that it brings in the steam for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Is that going to go down?
Yeah. That's it.
Oh,
You've gone to 0 now. That's it.
There we go. I took about a minute to do that though. So, anyway.
somebody, I think it was Debbie said, is it elbows?
Yeah. Yeah, it went down to 1 minute.
You want to go over what's in there?
It takes about 3 minutes for elbows in just water. Okay, so what's in here? So we have 1 pound of ground beef. We have 1 pound of pasta. We have 1 onion diced. We have a bulb of garlic. Half was minced. 4 cloves were minced. The rest was just put in whole and semi-smashed. We have 1 teaspoon of fine grind sea salt, which I may have to go up on that. We'll see. 1 teaspoon of fine grind sea salt. We have a half of a teaspoon of black pepper. We've got a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of basil, because I like my stuff a little basil-y, 1 teaspoon of dark chili powder, which I don't know why that's in there. I've never put that in a chili thing before. 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and I have some tomato paste, 3 cups of beef broth.
And some W sauce.
And yeah, a tablespoon of the W sauce.
Get the marinara.
Oh yeah, and a jar of marinara. How many ounces was that? I didn't even look.
24.
Oh, I didn't even get it all out. Oh well. 24 ounces. Okay. So now I also have like the ability to put some mozzarella cheese on top.
You get to do that.
I don't think I'm
first
gonna
serving.
do that. Like if I had a big family, I would put it on top and use the crisping lid, like to melt it and crisp it. But I don't, and I'm gonna freeze it. So I think I'm just gonna put a little bit on the bowl. And honestly, I probably wouldn't use mozzarella. I would actually use Parmesan. It's just me.
Yeah.
Or an Italian
I
blend
just
because it would have
grabbed-
more flavors.
That wasn't recommended. It
Okay.
just said cheese. It said
Okay,
weird
cheese. Anyway, yes, ground beef. Did I say hamburger, Debbie? I always say hamburger, but really it's ground beef, 80-20 ground beef. And no, I don't drain the fat. The fat adds flavor, so I keep it in there. Okay, so I'm going to go to 3 minutes. We need a bowl, Jeff, to eat some. So this is quick. This is a quick one.
Yeah.
I mean, like you figure if you're not talking and you're start to finish, you could probably have this done in a 30-minute. This would be a 30-minute meal.
Yeah.
God, I would love to make homemade mozzarella. I tried a couple times. It's really hard to get the right type of cream here. But I really need to make my own. I love it. Yeah, they are big. You're hungry?
Yeah.
And somebody says it's goulash is what we're calling it, Jolene. It's goulash, American goulash. Or Australian, it is chili beef? No.
Chili macaroni beef or beef macaroni.
Beef macaroni. Yeah. Okay. Beef macaroni is what it is in Australia. They're called
Is it like beefaroni?
beefaroni.
Good one. Yeah.
What is beefaroni?
I think that was something that came in a can, like Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
Isn't that like
I
SpaghettiOs?
think it's like this.
Mm.
But
See,
probably not.
goulash here is completely different.
What
we
is-
call goulash is completely different here. It's used with beef chunks.
And
So
what is
it's like a stew in a sense. A beef
Hungarian goulash is probably
Yeah.
what? Yep.
Yeah. So
Can you say again for Annie what model the basket is for?
It's any of the 6.5 quarts, but I think they might have. It might be the FD 305 or the OP 305 that I look up because you have to put in a model number. or OS. I think they disconnected the OS models. Andy, I can't remember what those old models are. I know the FD was the 400 series, but I think they came out with the FD 300 series, which was the 6.5 quart. I'll have to find it. If you can't find it, send me an email and I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link. Okay, let's go ahead and vent. Rand, we tried to increase John's volume. We have a pretty heavy duty microphone up here. That's why. John's in it. He's either on his laptop or iPad or something.
I'm on the iPad.
And
you've got to remember we're a few thousand miles away.
You got to holler a little bit because you're in Australia.
That's right. Takes a while.
Petro goulash in American goulash. It's also called chop suey in some parts of the United States. But chop suey to me is a Chinese dish. So I never called it that. But I think up in Boston it's called chop suey. We always called it goulash. But it's not the German version. It's not Hungarian. It's not. There's different versions of it that are totally different. Right?
Yeah.
But it's a very quick and easy meal. And if you make it right, it's delicious. Now, did I make it right? I have no idea.
You're about to find out. You're making it your own.
The only thing that I would need to do, though, is adjust the seasoning. So, good to go. Oh,
But as you always say, Louise, make it your own.
that's right. That's absolutely right. Now, John, will you butter me up a piece of that bread, please, and pass it on over? Because we need some buttered bread with this.
Technology is not quite there. It's getting there.
It's getting there.
Hamburger helper is another one. Yep, Vicky. Yep.
Well, when you get here, I'll bake it for you.
Okay. Cool. That's a lot of steam coming out. I'm glad I didn't wait too much longer because we're still cooking in there a little bit. I hope I don't have overcooked noodles.
You'll be right.
Gus is like laying on the floor. Will you please just drop some, Mom? Please just drop some.
Our two want to go out.
Where's Barry, John?
He ducked in a minute ago. He's washing the car.
Okay.
So he came in and darted.
Oh, yeah. George just said, John, say hi to your partner for me. He waved at the camera about 10 minutes ago, and I forgot to reply. Also forgot his name. I was drunk. We were all a little drunk at the New Year's Eve party, weren't we?
Thank you, George.
Actually, I was pretty good. Jeff was a little toasted.
By what? We stayed up to what, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, by 2 hours a little.
Steve and I have not done chicken gizzards or liver. I want to do chicken liver. I have not yet. That's something I have to do when Jeff's not around because he doesn't like it. All right, so now I'm going to open up the lid and we're going to see what we have here.
Then you got to get the steam off.
Okay, and we're going to also see if we need to add any tomato paste, okay, if I need to thicken it up any.
Great.
But I kind of don't think so once I stir this in.
It's looking pretty good.
It does look pretty good. The noodles look pretty good. Now, I'm letting it sit here for a minute.
Yeah.
Because I see a nice fat sheen. This is going to be a little learning curve here, or a learning time. Yep. I see a fat sheen on here. So I want it to stop boiling a little bit because that fat can inhibit steam from coming through the surface, and it could have a pocket of steam underneath, and that could cause a boil over if I stick my utensil in right now. So, and it happened to somebody. It was very sad, and he got burned. So that's one of the things that you have to know what you're doing. So when I see oil sheen all on top, I just wait till it stops boiling and just settles down a little bit more. Then I'll give it a nice stir. It's the same principle as when you heat up, let's say a coffee or even water in the microwave. You put your spoon in it, and all of a sudden it starts, bubbling up. If you've ever had that happen. Oh, look.
That's looking good, Louise.
Oh, it's perfect. Now, is that burnt on the bottom? No.
No,
I can't tell.
no, doesn't look like it.
I don't
I
know,
think you're
John.
just seeing brown ground beef.
I don't know. Did I burn it? Did it burn? I don't know. No, it doesn't smell burn.
No.
It's dark. It's got some dark spots. Oh yeah. Okay, so
Oh,
we
you were a minute away.
we
from
were a
the
minute
top.
away. Yeah,
Yeah.
it went under pressure right in the right
Yeah.
time. So I
Yeah.
probably, although this is like the perfect consistency, I'm probably gonna have to add that cup of water.
Yeah.
Because in the real recipe, because we were very close. But thankfully it doesn't smell like burnt anything. So we're good to go.
Looks good.
Oh, you know what I should do is taste it for seasonings first. Just get a little bit out. It's really hot though. Yes, it looks perfect. It's not quite right though.
Can you taste the chili?
No. It tastes like something you get out of a can, so I need to do a little bit.
Ooh.
I need to do a little. It tastes a little tinny. It doesn't
Do you
have
think
enough
the
salt in
tomato
it.
paste would make a difference?
What?
Would you think the tomato paste would make a difference?
No, I don't think that. I don't think so. I think it needs some salt. I'm getting the spice through, but nothing else is coming through. So I'm gonna put in a little salt. We're gonna let it sit, give it a stir, and then I'll have Jeff taste it and see. It's also very hot, temperature hot, and sometimes it's hard to get the nuances of taste.
Yeah.
When something is super super hot. So I'm gonna put a little bit in Jeff's bowl. I think it just needs more seasoning. That's all. So we'll let that cool just a bit, Jeff, and then taste it. I'm not going to put any cheese on it yet because I want you to taste, like it how it is.
But seasoning is always a personal thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, for like kids, this might be delicious. They might really like. Well, they probably wouldn't like the red pepper flakes usually. It's just kind of boring.
That's not boring.
It's not boring.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's pretty good. Try it now that it's got salt in it. Here, this one. It's fine. There is a tinniness to it, but I don't know where it's coming from.
I didn't use tomato paste, Pat. All right. Whenever I have something that just is a little on the acidic side, I'm just going to put in about a tablespoon of brown sugar. White sugar works fine too. Any sugar.
That's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think that'll balance it out. I kept saying you didn't have enough liquid. Did you, Kathy? I didn't see those things. Yeah, probably. So I'll go up to 4 cups. I don't think that'll create a problem. I think we'll still have enough. I mean, this is the perfect texture, though. That's the one thing you got to be careful of. This is absolutely perfect. So if I go up to 4 cups of liquid, I may end up needing to add in some tomato paste. But that's okay. I can work on this. But this is good. Good start. Yeah, it is,
I
Stevie.
turned my fan off too soon.
Okay. So now let's see. Oops. Yeah. That spice really comes through. I think it's good now. I like it. I don't know that everybody would like that spice. I feel like it is almost a little, I wanted going for mild. I feel like it's moderate spicy. All right, Jeff, you ready?
Yep. I want cheese on mine.
Yes, of course. John, give me your bowl.
And some bread. Pass some bread.
Pass the bread.
And the Vegemite.
Never sugar. Sugar is poison. Well, Rin, I know a lot of people don't use sugar. I use some sugar when I need to. So everybody has their own opinions on that.
Oh, it's got some spice.
It does. The cheese looks nice in there, though, doesn't it? Boy, that mozzarella really.
Boy, it is some stringy mozzarella.
It is, isn't it? Look at that. Nice.
Ball.
Cheese, yep. I don't want to burn myself. Mmm.
That's comfort food.
Mm-hmm. That is so good. Oh, Rand, were you teasing me? Some people do, some people can't. Oh, I'm spitting my food out. That's not good. Look at that. Oh, wow. That is something. I don't think I've seen mozzarella do that in a long time. So that's interesting. A lot of people can't have sugar, don't want to have sugar. I totally understand. Me, I'll use some sugar.
Stop playing with your food.
I know, right? I can't even get a bite because Jeff walked off camera, so he doesn't look like a, he's like, I'm going to eat this, but I'm going to do it off camera because I don't want to show people. Yes, Lisa. Oh, smoked cheese. It is so delicious in any pasta dish. I've smoked Parmesan. I've smoked mozzarella. I've smoked a lot of different cheeses, and I've made like a just a basic like peppered pasta, which is basically just black pepper and Parmesan cheese, and I use angel hair sometimes. There's a name for it, but I can't say it correctly. It's Kiko de Pepe or something like that. Anyway, the smoked parm was so delicious in that. It just added another, depth of flavor. It was so, so good.
But if people are not into chili, then they don't have to put that in that either. That's not something that we do.
I'm sorry, I jumped.
That's all right.
That pepper's got me deep back there in my throat. It's okay. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Nan?
That's all right. We don't tend to put the chili flakes in, so it's an optional you want. But the recipe calls for it. But it's different.
Yeah. This is a little different. I think I might omit it next time, or at least cut it back, huh? I put a little too much in, I think. Okay, so somebody said, "Is your foodie still on?" Yes, it's still on. It's on keep warm. I can turn it off. It's either way's fine. I don't use the super cubes, but I've heard of them and I've wanted to try them. I just have never ordered them. Rand, if you like the heat, yeah, chipotle would be good in there. Give a little smoky flavor, or you could use the red pepper flakes, either one. I like angel hair better than regular spaghetti noodles too, but it's a little harder to get right in the Ninja because it cooks so fast. It's just such a fast cooking thing. But 0 minutes usually works for me with an immediate release on that. But I do a little small amount at a time. All right. Well, John from Australia gave me very American ingredients. So it was quite easy. This one was this one was pretty easy. So and it's something I've wanted to put on my website. Now, I will say that I usually put green peppers in mine, so that will probably be in there. I'll put onions and green peppers. We'll add a little bit more seasoning. Cut back on that red pepper, and we'll have a good recipe. Yeah. So now I considered I did dual duty for work. I tested a recipe today too, so this is awesome. Oh,
and we got dinner.
And Jeff is shoveling that in.
Good. But you can also add mushrooms and things like that into it.
Yes, some people add mushrooms. I don't, because I think that's just taking it too close to spaghetti for me. I like mushrooms and spaghetti. So I like to keep them to be a little bit different, right? I have not made capellini pomodoro, but it sounds delicious. I love balsamic vinegar. That might be a little addition there too. That might be good in that dish right there. A little balsamic vinegar. Yeah, I bet that would be good. Yeah, I'm going to get some and put it in my bowl because I think that might be the secret that I'm missing.
What's it like, Jeff?
It's delicious. It's a little spicy. I think it's the chili powder.
That might have been a little much. Yeah, I don't think it's a chili powder. I think it's a chili flakes, but it's a little too spicy even for me. All right, so now I put a little balsamic, maybe a little too much, but I'll get the idea if that's a. I kind of like that. I put too much in, but Jeff, come here and taste this with a little balsamic. It changes it a little bit. A little bit. This is too much, a little bit too much, but
I like where it's going.
I like that. Yeah, I might add some in.
Good one.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. What a great Tasty Tuesday. We did it in under an hour. That's amazing. That hardly ever happens. John, thank you for joining us. Tell Barry we said hi. And Shelly, sour cream. Yeah, you could do that. Definitely. Thanks, Joni. All right. And a small amount of baking soda to cut the acid also. Yeah, but that makes food salty tasting to me. So I don't tend to do that. But yeah, I guess you could. But I don't know. I get leery about baking soda in things like pasta dishes because it can take on this really metallic, salt, gross flavor pretty quickly. All right. I think we're done. We're done.
Yep. Good night, all, and good morning everywhere else.
Yes. Good morning. Good night. Have a good day, everybody. See you later.